If you could choose one thing for people to know the truth about you.
The one thing, oh gosh, what's the one thing?
Beauty is sincerity.
I'm still someone who is the first to apologize when I'm wrong.
But I'm really unapologetic.
I believe in myself.
It's just unbelievable.
Meghan Markle and Taylor Swift are both everywhere in the media. They both dominate the headlines. They both grab our attention, but here's the difference. One keeps our attention while the other craves our attention.
Oh, really? Oh, really? That feels odd to me.
One is celebrated with billions in revenue, stadiums full of fans, and awards piling up, while the other is constantly criticized for projects that flop and words that don't land.
I'm going to live my life really authentically, make choices authentically.
Show up in a space really organically and authentically. I think the authenticity.
Now, I'm not a Taylor Swift fan or Swiftie, as they say, and I'm not a Meghan hater either. But I do want to know your stance, so do let me know in the comments. But when we compare them side by side, you will see the exact habits that make one sound believable and real and the other sound fake.
I hadn't heard that.
Let's start with the first red flag on the business side, and let's take a look at Meghan. And what makes success and achievements real are numbers and facts. But what are the numbers that Meghan reveals are the minutes that she sold out.
The rosé sold out also in less than an hour.
44 minutes. I was shocked.
Everything sells out in 45 minutes.
Everything sold out in under an hour.
Everything. Yeah.
And
45 minutes.
Or then she says 10x. 10x of what? 10x of how much? She will never reveal that.
So then we prepped for the second seasonal drop and 10x'd our inventory and thought for sure that would at least last for a couple weeks.
Meghan wouldn't share sales figures for us ever, but so far most of its inventory has quickly sold out.
And here's the problem. When you hide the numbers, people stop believing the words. She'll tell us we sold out. She'll say this will 10x, but we never hear actual figures. No ticket sales, no income numbers, no clear data, just words. And when you leave people guessing, they stop believing. The numbers she cannot hide are her shows and podcasts, which we'll get back to in a moment. You'll be surprised. Taylor is the opposite. Forbes literally calls her a billion-dollar business. She has the numbers, the facts to prove it. She doesn't just release music. She re-releases albums, turns her old catalog into new gold. She sells out stadium tours, and the numbers prove it.
Became the first musician to become a billionaire solely based on the value of songs and performances. Taylor Swift becomes world's richest female musician. Swift is now worth $1.6 billion, Forbes estimates. Her music catalog is worth $600 million, and her tours and royalties have pocketed her another $600 million.
Even the critics talk about one of the savviest business moves in music history.
Taylor Swift's impact and influence is unmatched. Her economic impact felt across industries and around the world.
No other artist in the history of music has been able to have this kind of effect on the world.
And putting her in the company of the world's most influential political and business leaders.
$10 billion in economic impact.
Taylor comes across as savvy, transparent, and business savvy. She worked for it since she was a child. She worked hard. She put in the effort.
Thanks to her business savvy, strategy, and deep fan connection, her own success spreading to those around her, making the whole place shimmer.
Meghan sounds like she wants the image of success without the receipts and the numbers to back it up.
More than anything, I've just poured so much love into this brand.
I believe in our potential for success.
And while we're talking numbers, I would love to see the views on this video go up. So if you could hit the like and subscribe, I would really appreciate that. Let's continue discussing achievements. Meghan loves to discuss her success and achievements that she believes in.
And so if you know your audience, you know your demographic, well, they love the show. And my partners love the show, and that's why we have a season 2 and why we have more fun coming. So I think oftentimes the negative voices, are they saying negative things and then secretly going home and making single skillet spaghetti? Possibly.
But as I've continued to say to myself, and whatever I'm going through, my faith is greater than my fear. I believe in myself. I believe in the team around me. I believe in our potential for success.
Taylor doesn't need to spell out the words. People recognize her. She has awards lined up, stacked, overflowing. Grammys, VMAs, AMAs, Billboard records, Woman of the Decade. She has more awards than most artists could dream of.
Taylor Swift! Taylor Swift!
Taylor Swift!
That makes her the one and only artist to ever have 5 albums sell over 1 million copies in its first week.
Thank you so much!
Every award is like another stamp that says believable, credible, proven. Meghan's projects, they tell a different story. Let's start with the first podcast, Archetypes. She launched it with a lot of buzz and hype, but after season 1, cancelled. Spotify pulled the plug. No success.
But a podcast Meghan launched with Spotify had a short run.
She then goes on with project number 2, podcast number 2, Confessions of a Female Founder. Dropped out of the top 100 pretty fast too, as the news revealed. But let's compare more numbers. Meghan has about 4 million Instagram followers. Sounds impressive. But if you compare it to Taylor's 280 million followers, that's not even close. It's a difference between a small stage and a global stadium. But Meghan believes in herself and believes in her success.
I believe in myself.
And I really do believe that a high tide raises all boats. I believe that.
More numbers she cannot hide from us are Netflix. First, the Netflix documentary with Prince Harry. The one hyped up about her and Harry's big storytelling moment. Pooled views, yes, but the reaction? Critics tore it apart. Audiences called it boring.
Netflix announced that following its initial 5-year, $100 million deal with Harry and Meghan, this is yet another setback. Harry and Meghan can shop their shows elsewhere if Netflix doesn't bite.
And then she started with Love Meghan, her cooking show, her passion on Netflix. The rating won't lie, 3.4 out of 10. 5.3 million views. That is flat out terrible. The feedback was brutal, and you can feel the gap between the image Meghan wanted to project and what audiences actually felt was real.
Smug, syrupy, and endlessly spoofable.
So boring, so painfully contrived.
She really has been smashed and trashed for this one.
With Love Meghan is a Montecito ego trip not worth taking.
Now look at Taylor's Netflix documentary. A rating of 7.3. 340 million watched it. And most importantly, they believed it. They saw a pop star opening up about her struggles, showing vulnerability, and people bought it. Why? Because Taylor connects the story with the receipts. Taylor talks about her career, her struggles, her wins, and you can see the numbers back it up.
It's just unbelievable.
Taylor keeps reinventing herself. She keeps learning, growing, evolving. She goes from singing, songwriting, performing to even directing. She keeps leveling up. She also loves reading books.
Oh, mostly history. I'm obsessed with other time periods and I'm always looking up museums or like the historical society or like historical landmarks that we can go to in a particular city where we are. I read this like 750-page book called The Kennedy Women. So that's what I've been reading lately. I'm sort of obsessed with history.
While Meghan has no time to read.
And I haven't really gotten into a book in a long time. Sure, maybe. I don't have time for that.
And let's talk about the new product line. Home goods, lifestyle, jams, candles, accessories. Meghan says it's about elegance, inspiration, the details, the flowers. But here's the issue. No numbers, no sales data, no concrete wins, just vague claims like we sold out.
The rosé sold out also in less than an hour.
44 minutes.
If you truly sell out, why not show the receipts? Why not show the numbers? People can't believe what they can't see. And compare that to Taylor. When she sells, she doesn't have to say it. She shows you the stadiums, the crowds, the charts topping overnight, record-breaking headlines. People don't need to guess. They see the proof. And that's why they believe her.
1989 sold over 1 million copies its first week.
It's reported North American ticket sales alone broke $2.2 billion.
The real difference is that Taylor made herself a real businesswoman, a credible one, while Meghan wants to be one.
Her impact is seismic, literally.
There's so many moving parts to this.
Taylor shows the success, while Meghan speaks about it, but people are not buying it. Her words don't land.
Oh my gosh, guess what just happened? Oh my gosh.
But she doesn't have anything to say. if you want to communicate, if you want to be a public figure who is a thought leader, who you need to have like at least something to say.
So when you take a step back, the picture starts to get clear. Believability, it's not just about the numbers and the facts. It's also about what you say, how you come across, and how you make people feel. It's the human side, that human connection. And actually, Emily, in her last interview, she said it really brilliantly.
Fairly or unfairly, people have a lot of opinions about Meghan Inc. The hard part may not be getting customers to buy it, but to believe it.
What makes one person believe you more than another, it's really how connected they feel to you. It's how relatable they feel to you. And it's not just the numbers and the facts. It's the words you say, and it's what you say.
She's just kind of normal. People crave something that's normal, but she's just kind of normal.
Saying the words, I'm authentic, 100 times in every single interview, it doesn't make you authentic.
To show up in the space really organically and authentically. I think the authenticity is
You have to be so authentically, but also to be authentic. What do I authentically, organically want to share? And
I'm going to live my life really authentically, make choices authentically.
Just to give a very clear example, both Taylor and Meghan talk about hard work. And just notice, compare how they make you feel, how they come across.
I have been on this grind. Oh my gosh, I work so hard, and I appreciate what hard work looks like. I like working hard, and I'm still working hard, right? The moment that everything sells out, it doesn't mean that we're done writing the newsletters and writing the social media captions and making sure that all that feels in line, and what's the cadence of it, and what's the photography that we want to do, and what do I want to wear for those shoots?
Whether it's directing videos or a short film, creating the visuals for a tour, or standing on a stage performing. Everything is connected by my love of the craft, the thrill of working through ideas and narrowing them down and polishing it all up in the end, editing, waking up in the middle of the night, throwing out the old idea because you just thought of a newer, better one, or a plot device that ties the whole thing together.
Another great point to compare is Meghan and Taylor's use of words. Taylor loves using metaphor. She loves the play of words. In fact, she explains it.
I'm obsessed with the syncopation of the way that words sound when they're said a certain way. And once I've kind of done something once, I always want to go to a different direction and never repeat myself. So,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like, if you know, you know,
If you're in the know,
you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Then you know.
Then you know.
You know, I think when I was growing up, my mom talks in metaphor a lot. And so I think I grew up just understanding metaphor and just kind of loving that, how you could take something you're going through and speak about it in a different way that applies how you're feeling to something completely different but connects it.
The knife cuts both ways. If the shoe fits, walk in it till your high heels break.
Taylor uses metaphors a lot in her conversations, in her lyrics, in her songs. It paints a picture, but it also creates a connection, but it also makes her original and unique. When you compare this to Meghan, who loves repeating the same story over and over and over again, it's incredible how often in every interview from years ago to now, she repeats the same story, she loves the same buzzwords, and it just keeps going on, but does it make her believable?
When I was 11 years old. When I was just 11 years old. When I was 11 and I saw, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh.
oh my gosh, like, oh my gosh, guess what just happened? Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
When you compare Taylor and Meghan side by side, it isn't really about who's more talented or who's more famous. It's about what actually makes anyone believable, trustworthy, and likable. Taylor doesn't need to say the words, I'm successful, I'm authentic. She shows it. Everybody knows it. Meghan, on the other hand, she tries so hard to be authentic, to be relatable, and it just keeps getting worse.
Oh, really? That feels odd to me. I hadn't heard that.
So tell me what you think. Do you think that maybe Meghan is unfairly criticized? Or do you think that Taylor masters the art of credibility? I want to know your opinion, so write a comment. There is so much more to explore, from narcissism to likability to what makes or breaks the trust with someone. And I would love to make more videos about all of that. Do you actually like these comparisons? I really want to know that as well. But if there's one thing about authenticity, things that you cannot do if you want to come across as authentic, then please watch this next video, and I'll see you there.